Welcome everyone to The New Fly Fisher. I'm your host, Phil Rowley. On today's show, we're in Castlegar, British Columbia on the magnificent Columbia River, and it's caddis time. We're going to show you all the different tricks and techniques to fishing emergers, adults, and egg-laying females. It should be a great show.
Oh, baby!
Look at that fish.
Very good fish.
Another fine, beautiful steelhead taken here.
This is a good example of the family Heptageneidae.
This is why you need a lot of backing.
The New Fly Fisher has been made possible thanks to Orvis, Ontario, yours to discover. Islander Precision Fly Reels.
On today's show, the New Fly Fisher crew visits the Columbia River near the town of Castlegar, British Columbia. This region is easily accessible by car or plane and offers numerous accommodation options. The natural scenic beauty of the area is incredible. As a result of hydroelectric dams, the Columbia River is arguably the world's largest tailwater fishery. With stable water temperatures, the Columbia is home to a dense population of insects, caddisflies in particular. We are expecting to see pods of rainbows sipping caddis in large back eddies and along the banks. Rainbows in excess of 20 inches are a reasonable expectation when fishing the Columbia. Joining me today is Dwayne D'Andrea from Mountain Valley Sports Fishing Tours. Dwayne has spent his entire life fly fishing the Columbia, and his knowledge and experience will be invaluable.
We know that dams are not necessarily popular, but we all have to get up in the morning and turn on our lights and live our lives. And really it is one of the cleanest forms of power around. Not only are we working with community, but we're working with various agencies, so we make sure that the benefits come back through environmental benefits. For example, we're working with the sturgeon, making sure the sturgeon is protected and making sure that it's monitored. The sturgeon is endangered in our area, so when we built the Brilliant Expansion Project, we have underwater cameras and monitors. We have a very high-level monitoring system for sturgeon as well. We make a difference to the fisheries with respect to adding, for this rainbow trout population. Downstream, we're monitoring. So ultimately, we've built a facility, but the benefits come back environmentally through our projects, and it's realized in the region because, as we know, the local fisheries are very happy with the condition of the water, and it does make a difference for the Columbia River.
Anytime you go fly fishing, it's always important to pay attention to what's going on around you. And looking around here, there is just tons of clues. We've got caddis everywhere around me. So if I take my hands, I'm just going to scoop down, I can see cast pupil shucks, spent adults, egg layers, adult caddis themselves still moving around. We've got lots of things to think about here today on the Columbia River. Lots of caddis activity. Should be some good fishing. On today's show, we are using a 5-weight rod and a floating line with a 9-foot 5X leader and tippet. Short leaders allow for accurate casting to specific fish. Clear waters often dictate fine leaders and tippets. We also used a Type 3 sink tip with the same 9-foot leader for working soft tackles and large back eddies. For dry flies, we use standard copolymer tippet and leaders as fluorocarbon drags dries and emergers under the surface. Got one here, and what we were doing is we tried a number of dries and drifted the flies through good water and really only had one take, so I put a small cinnamon rust colored soft tackle on because in these foam lines it's gathering, as we saw along the shoreline, all kinds of adult caddis, caddis pupa. They could be taking these head and tail rises. They're quite often taking something just beneath the surface, so that's what we gave them. A soft hackle can imitate a drowned adult, an emerging pupa, a terrestrial, but this fish now realizes it's hooked and it's sounded deep into these back eddies. And here on the Columbia, big water, back eddy, 80, 100 feet deep. It's amazing these fish will stage up on top here in this lazy Susan conveyor belt system. So we're just gonna keep battling it, gaining line. I've got the line on the reel to avoid accidentally stepping on it or hanging up, but he's coming back up, so I'm gonna have to stay tight to him. Oh, and there he goes.
See, he's bigger than you thought.
Yeah, he's a little, well, they're all good fish in here, aren't they?
Pound for pound, they're a strong fish.
Oh yeah, this Columbia River, Castlegar, unbelievable as far as the size of the fish we can take here. You know, these are rainbows that, you know, some thinks you've got to go to foreign lands, and this is right here. Airport right behind us almost, beautiful accommodation, nice restaurants, mountain biking, hiking, kayaking, you name it, lots of recreational activities to do here besides fishing. So just a great destination to come. Whoa, this guy is some upset. Oh no. Oh, and look what happened. I talked about it, I stripped him in, and I had some line at my feet, didn't manage it, stepped on it, and he's gone, and I bet you I broke him off. And I did. So there's a lesson, folks. Manage your line at your feet. One bolt, and he snapped me clean. I broke the tippet clean off. Well, we know we got a tactic here that works. We're gonna retie. We should be able to get into another one.
A typical year for my guiding business would be we start fishing, fly fishing mid-March, well into April. We like to use our heavier lines because we're throwing heavier flies, such as woolly buggers, weighted. So you kind of slinking them out there into the runs. June, and we start fishing. We'll actually use a wet tip, sinking tip line with chronomid style patterns or nymphs. And so we're using a 5-weight system there, and we're targeting rainbows that way in the eddies. And as June goes on, progresses, caddises start to come off, and we'll be fishing both, some sinking tip and some dry fly. But as June and July really approaches, we're fishing all dry. Here comes some more, coming around the turn.
Yep.
Try to hold us here, let that water come to us, that's good. Here they come. There you go.
There we go, fish on! Again, that delicate sip. This fish in size 14, Antron Caddis, I guess you call it, eh, Dwayne?
That's right.
And just a delicate sip. And I'm kind of using my fly line as a strike indicator because in all the swirls, it's not always easy to pick up the fly. And just saw that little poke and just a gentle lift, and lo and behold, I'm connected into a beautiful Columbia River rainbow here.
Good for you.
Oh, look at this. Look at the color on this fish. This thing's like a hubcap. Oh, now it's deciding to go down, and these fish can sound. Dwayne was telling us that some of these big, huge back eddies that we're fishing here, 100 feet deep.
That's right.
It's underneath the boat. There it comes up into view. Oh, what a gorgeous, holy smokes, what a fish.
Yeah, they usually run a few times.
Oh yeah, he's figured that out.
Yeah. Well, 3 times and then we'll be able to net him.
Yeah, this guy didn't, he's kind of confined himself into the flat water here, which works to our advantage. That first one I had hit the main current and adios backing. Oh, this is a gorgeous fish. Holy smokes. This is the stuff, I'll be honest, I'm used to seeing in lakes.
Yeah.
Might be an idea to do a little line management here. If this fish bolts and I'm standing where I shouldn't be, I'll end up busting this off in no time. So we'll just clean this up and keeping the tension on the fish. I'm always making sure he's struggling down. I can see him, beautiful silver sides on these fish. Oh, these magnificent. Yep. Now he's
likes the current, you see.
Full of spike. Now he's found the current and keep him out of that whirlpool. The tip high out of the rod tips here. I mean, out of the oar locks. I mean, the oars.
Let's back us up a little bit here.
Just the power of these rivers. So you can see why these fish put up such a good fight. They survive in this environment all the time. You got starting to tire. He's sounding down again. He's right by your oar there, Dwayne. Oh, we're on the log.
Some debris here.
We found our own dock. And again,
He's probably getting ready.
yeah, he's showing us his sides. I think we've got him, folks. Outstanding.
Good job. Pop the hook out.
Well done.
Come here. There he is.
Magnificent. Well done, my friend.
Good job. Columbia River Rainbow.
I'll be back. Caddis flies have a unique life cycle that can be challenging to decipher. Eggs hatch into the grub-like larvae, which, depending upon the species, construct nets to seine food from the current, crawl amongst the bottom rubble and debris, or construct intricate and distinctive cases. Upon reaching maturity, the larva transforms into the pupa. Caddis pupas swim to the surface by undulating their abdomens and sculling through the water using their elongated hind legs. Here, they transform into the familiar moth-like adults. Some species, however, crawl from the water to emerge. Adult caddis return to the water to drink or lay eggs. Many river and some lake-dwelling species dive beneath the surface to deposit their eggs. Caddis flies are one insect that always keeps fly fishers on their toes. On my finger here, I've got a small caddis fly, size 14. Little grayish tan wings. Looks like spotted sedge or a granum. Very populous in this large tailwater fishery, the Columbia. We've got ideal water temperatures not only for fish, but for insect growth as well. So we tend not to have a lot of not as many insect families in a tailwater, but those that do occur usually occur in huge, huge numbers. So caddis flies, we're going to have some fun tonight fishing with these guys.
Right there. There you go. There you go. I like the high stick and strip.
Yeah, like
that. There you go.
There we go. Let him take the line to get tight to it. And we are on. The ride is on. Oh,
big fish. He's gonna come at you.
Let's see if we can have some success, because again, they're using the current. We got light wire hooks, big fish. It's a tough problem.
Nice and easy.
It is a tough problem in a good way. This guy hasn't kind of woken up yet.
Nice and easy.
Yeah, you gotta
just keep him snug. Lots of time.
Keep him out of the sticks and the junk.
He might be tired from feeding, but I don't think so.
Oh, that's a nice fish. Oh.
I don't think he's ready yet.
I'd be surprised if he's ready.
Unless he was working hard feeding.
Yeah.
A little tired, maybe.
That is just gorgeous. Again, just taking what we're doing is we're using the eddy and we've just got the boat sort of in the flow, if you will. And Dwayne is very adept at basically spotting the wave almost like a surfer. And those fish are usually just in behind it. And you can see them rising, and we have way better luck when we put the fly into some rippled water where our presentation can be masked a little bit, and they'll just come up and delicately slip it down. This is a nice fish. Yep, we'll Get the fly on the reel, the fish on the reel as soon as we can here. Try to give it a little side pressure, steer it a little bit. Seems to be tiring, but I'm wary.
Yeah.
Because it's almost like they sucker you in.
Yeah.
And you'd let your guard down and
away they go.
Off they go again, and you're not ready for it, and either straightens the hook, snaps you off, or throws it. But he seems to be, that's a gorgeous fish. Jeez. That is
Get some pretty fish here.
spectacular, and pretty in color, pretty in size.
You'll catch 3 of these rainbows, and they all look a little bit different. You know?
Yeah, they all got their own little personality. That's 20 inches easy.
Yeah, he's almost ready. We might get this guy.
Well done.
We got that one.
I'm gonna touch me one of these. All right, well done. Look at that, right in the scissors of the jaw. Just a beautiful Columbia River rainbow. Look at the fly right, whoop, up. The fly's right in the corner of the jaw here, so I'm just gonna take it out. It's right on the side of the face, so I shouldn't need any. In fact, it's actually come undone. So let's get that out of the way so the fish doesn't accidentally impale itself again. Oh, fish is rolled up in it. All right, let's get the fish out of here. Look at that gorgeous rainbow. Let it have a drink. How's that for dry fly fishing? Columbia River, world's largest and arguably best tailwater fishery. And there he goes. Thank you.
Excellent. Excellent. Beautiful fish.
Water type often affects pattern choice. Turbulent water dictates buoyant materials such as elk hair and foam. Calm water often requires more subtle, realistic patterns. Soft hackle and diving adult patterns should always form part of the pattern repertoire when fish are feeding on caddis adults and emergers. How long do you stay with it? You see fish rising up ahead, down below.
Especially that belt, look the way it is.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
What would make it perfect is that little head to come. Oh, he came over the fly line.
Ooh, there you go.
There you go.
Right by the piece of wood.
Oh!
I touched him. Turned him.
You know, and that was just at the tail end. It was just starting to swing, eh?
Yeah.
So again, you can fish them dry and, drift dry and swing wet. Imitate a emerger or an egg-laying female. Again, you get that, this is nice because you're getting that nice, I can see the fly. Just at the tail end. Come on, Charlie, come up and eat it. Take my caddis for a swim. On today's show, our most successful pattern was Dwayne's Antron Caddis. Tied on either a Signature Series R50 or R30 dry fly hook, this simple pattern consists of an Antron shuck, dubbed Antron body, Antron wing, and quality dry fly hackle. This pattern can be tied in a variety of sizes and colors. When you suspect caddis may be about, one of the tricks you can do is check shoreline vegetation. Bushes, trees such as this, if you give them a shake, you can see the size and the color of the caddis and then choose the appropriate pattern. We'll give this a shake. Look at all these caddis flying out. They look to be a tan color. I've seen some of them in there. Dark wings, about a size 14. That's what we're going to go with tonight on the Columbia. See if we can catch some of these big rainbows this river is noted for. Oh, and he's up. Excellent. Just cruising around these eddies, watching for fish riding the wave. And they're just taking caddis. We've got caddis coming out here, both some hatching adults and females returning to lay their eggs and either dive beneath the surface to do it in the calmer water to my right, or dapping on the surface and dropping their eggs that way.
So this is a healthy looking Columbia rainbow. Just came up and sipped it in a gentle head and tail fashion. Now he's running. And we'll just protect let the rod tip protect the tippet and the light hook. And Dwayne's doing a fantastic job of getting me out of the current and into the shallows where we can fight him almost like in a lake environment here in this backwater. Well, he's still got some fight left in him, I think. Make sure he doesn't run us around. It's a good 16-inch rainbow at least, I would think. Oh, he's bigger than that.
Oh yeah.
I'm always try to be conservative.
Oh, I see.
So easy to exaggerate, right? Especially
Right,
if I lose him, right? He'll get bigger by the minute.
One way to find out is get him in the net.
Yeah, we'll get in this quiet water here.
Yes, it's pretty windy.
He's starting to show our side, so let's see if, oh, not quite yet. Not quite. There he goes.
One more.
Doesn't like that big black bag. Perfect.
There you go.
Well done, Dwayne. Thank you. I'll take 100 of those. Just a beautiful Columbia River rainbow. What a perfect way to finish the day. He's very strong, recovering. Gotta love Caddis. There he goes. What a magnificent fish. I hope you've enjoyed the show, learned a little bit more how to fish caddis dries, both emergers and adults. For more information on this and other shows in our informative series, please visit us on the World Wide Web at www.thenewflyfisher.com.
The New Fly Fisher has been made possible thanks to Orvis, Ontario, yours to discover. Islander Precision Fly Reels.